What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Deity Old World Air Only battle. So it's going pretty well. I hope you're enjoying it. There's plenty going on, and yeah, it's looking quite exciting. So that is good. Hopefully you are enjoying it today. You may have noticed 20-minute episode. I don't know if this is the first. I'm going to be doing that just for the rest of this week, while I only have 3 episodes a day instead of 4. So yeah, the 15 minutes from the missing episode will be chopped up where possible among the others. It's just going to take a while to kick in, like a day or two to kick in, just because some of them were pre-recorded already at 15 minutes. But yeah, for the most second half of this week, a lot of the videos will just be 20 minutes. There won't be a third slot, and then at the weekend I might try and get something going again in that slot. And there you go, Germany reconquering Antioch straight away off Byzantium. We'll see if they ever do manage to hold on to that one. But yeah, there's plenty going on. Got the New World, obviously, being colonised, looking at sighting, and we've got plenty of stuff across the Old World as well, although it's pretty chill at the moment. I mean, look at Africa. There's wars against the Burundi, but I mean, you couldn't really tell if you didn't know. And obviously Rhodesia also going to probably kill off the Zulu, and that will leave them looking fairly strong all of a sudden down here in southern Africa, because we need some contenders. We need some civs to come and give Russia a bit of a match. I think the Tsar have shown that they can do it, but the problem is I don't think the Tsar themselves would ever go the other way. I don't think the Tsar would ever attack Russia. I think they've shown they can. Russia will probably just leave them alone now. It's kind of the result. Now, obviously, the Tsar, with plenty of opportunities to continue doing well. They've obviously conquered a big bit of Japan, which was very impressive. I would assume they would get the rest of East Asia at some point, maybe take out Korea. Obviously, India is probably more of a rival at this point, so we might not see those two ever go at it too head-to-head. But Siam, you could see them. See them fall into the Tsar, and obviously they have all of North America still, what's left over there to colonize. They do have one city here, and it's growing pretty well. 7 population, already giving them a healthy amount of land here in sort of the center of the United States. And who is this? Portugal versus Ethiopia. I know there's a lot of people rooting for Portugal to do something. I don't think attacking Ethiopia was it, but there you go. It's something, I guess. They do have a settler finally on its way over. So there you go, you can rejoice. Good times are coming. The Dutch looking really strong. A lot of planes, obviously quite a few things in the motion for them. Lots of units patrolling the Atlantic. We've got another British settler soon to arrive into their sort of, they've gone for the more Caribbean kind of approach, which is kind of cool. The Tsar versus Ethiopia, bit of a weird one. I guess people aren't too happy with Ethiopia attacking Burundi, which is fair enough. Egypt, obviously, I mean, I'd prefer Egypt to get out of this and go after, I don't want to say Carthage. I know a lot of people are happy to see Carthage doing well for once, but, go after a Carthage, or even Nigeria is probably easier to fight at this point, although Nigeria looks like they have a technology advantage. The Songhai now with artillery. We're starting to see a real variety of units across the board, which is going to make things very interesting. Better siege weapons, in particular artillery, obviously tends to be linked to a lot more cities starting to fall. Much easier. All those wars that were difficult at the start, getting that little bit easier. See, Russia might be eyeing up Mongolia, but at the moment they seem pretty, they're just stacked towards Germany. Poland is fairly safe. I don't know how. I guess you could take that city. This one, again, is in a really awkward spot, so I think Poland might be okay for a bit longer. But Mongolia should definitely be a bit worried about Russia. The Tsar have shown they're safe. China's safe behind those mountains. Don't worry about them. Persia, I guess, could be another victim to Russia, but again, it's very difficult. I mean, this city could probably go, but yeah, it would take a lot of time. It would consume a lot of their time. Siam is another civ going autocracy. It's been pretty common at this point. And Songhai versus Ethiopia. Okay, no, not quite. I thought we might have had a war that really meant something, but not quite. They're quite far apart. Ethiopia, of course, protected by the Great Wall as well. That is starting to fade as civs get artillery. It won't be as important, but for now it still works out for them. They haven't got anything off the Zulu yet. They've been a bit unlucky there. Rhodesia's about to get some stuff, though, which is great for them. Down here in southern Africa, looking to be one of many contenders, it seems. I think there's 4 major civs in Africa at the moment, in the Songhai, Nigeria, Egypt, and Rhodesia. I think the others are small contenders. I don't know about the Congo, where they are in all of that. I don't want to just give them 3 points. I don't know if this is actually that useful, but it will as the game goes on, it will become a lot more useful, if all these cities, which they probably will, hit 10 population, etc. At that point, yeah, fair enough. But at the moment, I'm not sure it's as useful as I've been making it out to be. Egypt have got a couple of settlers on the way to keep adding to what they've already got out here. The Congo had a few, but they've all sadly been killed, I think. They're at war with Portugal, Rhodesia, and some others, so that doesn't help. Yeah, Egypt already with 2 cities. I mean, this is pretty good for them in North, South America. They've got a good city here. I mean, if they get a university, get a lot of science out of these tiles, and this one's got a gold mine, which is pretty useful. No Panama Canal just yet, but Portugal, maybe they're thinking about it. Maybe there is hope that we could get one. The Dutch have obviously settled sort of the early 13 colonies kind of replacement. The USA, here in the east, and parts of Canada as well, so we'll see them definitely seeing their borders probably stretch out, grab a lot of these resources and start to become quite useful. But they're obviously doing very well back at home too, in control of most of France, although parts are owned by Britain and Portugal, northern Italy, and then Denmark, half of Denmark, and parts of Norway and Sweden. Maybe, yeah, Norway and Sweden. Give it to them. Germany, once again, reconquering this, but Byzantium with plenty of boats, so this will probably continue to rage on, which isn't ideal for either of them, to be honest, when you have the looming threat in the east, I guess. But there you go, we'll see what Germany can do. Germany are definitely not bad at this point, to be honest. I haven't given them enough credit. Look at the size of some of these. 17, 11, 21, 15, 19, 14, 11. This is one of the best Germany runs we've seen in a long time. But sadly, just like the last time we had a really strong run from Germany, they are surrounded by 2 really good civs. Before, it was Poland and Great Britain in one of the really, well, a long time ago games now. But I remember Germany was doing well, and then Poland and Britain tag teamed them. And yeah, I mean, the Netherlands and Russia could both be in a similar spot here. The Dutch seem a little bit more calm about it. That border's not really even protected at the moment. That goes both ways. They seem to be ignoring each other. But yeah, Russia and Germany out here in the east, a lot more units and activity along those borders. Is there anything else arriving on sort of the Pacific side? No, not yet. I don't know if there. I think there's another settler somewhere from somebody. I can't remember. I think it's India. Has one somewhere, and it has arrived in Australia, so they will keep adding to their territory, and they're doing pretty well. Actually, Great Britain. Don't know where this settler came from. He must have just crossed over without me noticing, and kept going. But Britain about to arrive in Australia as well. There it is. The prison ship is on its way. They were obviously sent a lot further than the other colonies, but there you go. Sorry, Australia. I've really had it in for you guys on this channel. I don't know why. You have a great accent, and that's normally the best way to judge people, of course. Solely on accent. Nothing else matters. But 2 new settlers arriving in Australia. What was it? I said Australia has no culture. Sorry to the 5% of you who regularly are watching from Australia. But, you know, we gotta have some kind of fun. Or what would be the point? Here we go. I'm wondering how this... I don't know why Britain has done this. I mean, I guess it's bold. I mean, if they get the Great Barrier Reef, it's worth it. I don't see them holding on to it, and I did see that. Britain v Portugal. Not sure about that. They've both got unique frigate units at the moment. Actually, no. Portugal's boat is not a unique frigate. Oh, it's a unique privateer, I think. Okay. No, they have privateers as well. Wait, is it a unique caravel? Maybe. Either way, Portugal and Britain aren't at war, so that's probably... But it's going to make things awkward for them. I don't think either of them will take cities off each other. It's just going to make, like, settlers... crossings lives a little bit more scary. This settler has arrived in the Dominican Republic, Haiti Island. I hope. I don't know. I'm guessing at this point. I think that's what that one is. And then is this one like Jamaica? I don't know. It looks big. I have no idea. But I have no idea. These ones, that's too much to ask for. But this is obviously Cuba. That's Dominican Republic, Haiti. I don't know. Maybe Jamaica. Barbados, I don't know, maybe normally it represents more than one island, right? There's probably quite a few here. Russia has completed Broadway, which is quite a useful wonder. A lot of culture for that. Obviously, culture is not super important. You can't win off it, but it will at least grant them, you know, some more social policies and just other cool things along the way. They don't actually look that big when you go from here. You can fit them all in one screen, which is... You know, you can see all their cities from east to west, but I don't know, is there any civ where you can't do that? Probably not. I think you can see all of them that way. Just checking, is that new? No, that's been there for a while. I was going to say, there is another Rhodesian settler here in South America. Don't know exactly where they intend for it to go. Egypt is, and yeah, Portugal did just settle the island, but it's better than nothing. They got off to a start. They've got some gems, some crab resource. Doesn't look like they had that before, so that's at least... some improvements, some more happiness, and it's a start. It is a crossing point, And they also may end up taking this city off the Congo, and there you go. So there you go, Portugal fans. They are making some progress. Another British settler arriving. India put down their settler and already put planes in northern Australia. Britain has not quite put theirs down just yet, although it's their turn now. And judging by how slow it's going, it's probably happening. What else just happened? Rhodesia conquered a Zulu city and will capture the capital very soon. Southern Madagascar is then going to fall to Ethiopia, so the Zulu will probably be eliminated by the end of this episode. And yeah, Rhodesia's starting to do some damage to the Congo. They now have artillery too, which is quite interesting. We'll see what that bonus is. That might speed things up a little bit for Rhodesia, and obviously it would suck for the Congo to get kicked out of Africa. Although, maybe they could be Brazil at that point. That'd be a cool role to play in this game. Obviously, they'll transfer over their technologies, so assuming they've got some good production, it could be you could bring it back, but it would be very difficult. Obviously, Rhodesia still being here. Some good cities, pretty similar to what I've gone for in my playthrough as the Songhai. I won't spoil it, but yeah, some of these cities, locations will look familiar. I think this one, that one, and maybe around this area. But yeah, this city placement, I've got a very similar one, I'll be straight up honest. El Dorado and Chiro de Potosi, fantastic placement just to get both those wonders in. And Britain did settle in northern Australia with Belfast. It's an island, it's certainly not northern, but there you go, the Northern Irish capital settled all the way down here. It's quite funny because Britain doesn't actually have like Belfast as a tile yet back at home, but they've managed to settle it all the way about as far away as possible on the map, like probably the furthest, pretty close tile to what must be the furthest from London as a tile on the whole map. India now with 5 planes in Australia. The Jar have 5 down here as well, 6 there. You can see that extra oil really kicking in. The Jar have like 20 planes at this point. They have 6 in there, 5 more, that's 11, 7, 22 planes for the Jar. That is ridiculous by any standard. India's got 6 and they're all out here. I think Russia has about 12. 11, 12 for Russia. So, yeah, it's 22. That is a huge amount. Plus 2 more here. So 24 for the Jar. That is crazy. Crazy numbers. How's the Middle East looking? It's been a bit quiet since the fall of Arabia and Babylon. See, Byzantium profited pretty well from those wars, capturing both capitals, Mecca and the city of Babylon. And they also got the holy city for Islam. I don't know if they're spreading that or continuing it, but it is throughout all of their cities and all of these, at least up into Greece, and then there's Catholicism out in Western Europe. I like that. That's pretty close. Look, is Rome? Rome is not the holy city. I think it's Lisbon. Yeah, Lisbon, but same effect. Pretty cool. You've got the Middle East. Pretty close religions to what you'd expect, I guess, in real life. I mean, maybe this area is a bit different. I don't know what the religion is in Greece, but there you go. I'd guess it'd be like a mix. I don't really know though. Yeah. Ideology, Portugal, another civ going autocracy. It's going pretty well for autocracy now, I would guess. We're 25 turns away from the next Info Addicts alternate episode, so yeah, probably like 4 or 5 more episodes. It'll probably be sort of, what day is this? Actually, this is probably on Wednesday or Thursday, I don't know. Probably by the end of the week, you might see one of those, early next week at the latest. There we go, Rhodesia capture Ulundi, and Ethiopia grab Ondini, which leaves the Ottomans, the Zulu with 1 city, and Rhodesia can now fully focus to the north, which may not seem too big, but it is. It just means they have to have their units spread out more. They can all just go up to the north. They don't have to worry about getting backstabbed in the south anymore. I mean, Ethiopia is probably not going to attack them, so yeah, they can just focus on, hopefully not Burundi, just not because Burundi are cool and all, but yeah, it's still too early. They are well protected with these lakes for now. Such a cool location to have, but yeah, the Congo is probably at risk now. They're going to have to really start to make some usage out of those colonies if they want to keep this one going. Right, delegates 3, choose host. I am not going to vote on that one, but banning of pearls and the embargoment of city-states is being voted on by some other civs. Who's got the most capitals? Currently, the Jar controls 4. Really? That can't be right. Hang on, so they have their capital. They have China's capital, which has changed name, which is a bit confusing, but they have Japan's former capital. Yeah, they only have 3. I don't know why it thinks they have 4, but there you go. Am I missing something? They have not got Siams. Do they have? Oh, they have Mongolias. That's what it is. Okay, so they do have 4. That's very impressive. They also have a huge city here, 28. I don't know if Russia can compete with. That's one. Yeah, that's one area of Russia. I mean, Russia has more 20s, but 28, 20, 20 again. So there's a lot of population. 22 for the Tsar. Japan will probably see some big cities as the game goes on and they rebuild. All of these are going to be pretty useful as well. All the colonies. We'll see. It is going to be a big battle between quite a few civs. India, another one with plenty of opportunities. Probably will never even interact with Russia that much, but yeah, they're another certainly in the mix at the moment. No new cities in South America or North America just yet, but there's okay. Congo held off Portugal pretty well there. Britain and Portugal fighting it out for the islands. I don't know. Was there another British settler? Looks like it might have died, unless it's made it and I've missed it. But could be bad luck. Korea has also gone autocracy. Few workers arriving for some of the civs that are already here. The Tsar, India, obviously most of the tiles at home will be worked at this point, I would assume. Rhodesia still have their settler looking for a home. Egypt's sort of crossing through a big naval battle, but they are making their way across. Okay, this is bad for Portugal. This is what Britain they can handle. But yeah, the Netherlands bringing planes and a lot of units and a land border. I think Braga here is definitely going to fall. And I mean, if the Dutch get a lot of things here, things will start to look very, very good for them as well in that contender. Being a contender to Russia. At the moment, I don't think anyone's quite there. But I think the other civs have more opportunities than Russia do to catch up. Than Russia have to get further ahead. Not 100% on that, but yeah, I think Russia's leading at the moment. But I think the Netherlands, it's probably easier for the Netherlands to get stronger. The Tsar, definitely. India can do some stuff relatively easily. Stuff like that. Rhodesia is going to be completely, Rhodesia do not care what Russia's doing. It doesn't matter to them. They're just doing their own thing. And if they get strong enough, then they'll contend. They'll probably never border each other or anything crazy like that. But we'll see. We'll see how that all pans out. And we have the Tsar going with their turn. But yeah, I'm very excited for the Netherlands next turn. If they take this already, that will be a very quick and big blow to Portugal, who a lot of people are rooting for. Not going to be very happy, some people there. But there you go. This would be, if the Netherlands got all of this, it's unlikely, but they conquered a lot of Iberia, or even just a peace deal that gives them a good city down here and really finishes off Portugal. Carthage might consider doing the rest. Germany joining in now, just, to get approval from the other civs, because they can't really get over there. But there you go, showing their support and suggesting maybe Germany and the Netherlands working together a little bit. Which is a pretty good move, all things considered. India's they just missed out on reconquering that. India is now this is going to be a pile-on against Portugal. The big ones now to look out for are probably the Songhai, because they could probably get Marrakesh, and Carthage could also do a lot of damage. They're the main two I'd be very scared of if I was Portugal. Obviously not individually scared of, but yeah, if they were both to get involved, things get very messy, and I think Portugal would probably be done in a matter of turns at that point. It would not be good. Russia involved as well. You don't want that, but they are further away. Don't worry, Russia's showing they're not too interested in fighting any neighbours at the moment. Probably still reeling a bit from that embarrassment. Attacking, they should have conquered the Tsar. They should have, on paper, they should have just walked through them, got it done. So I guess they're a little embarrassed still. But here we go, we'll see how that translates. Korea pieces out with Mongolia, obviously not to relate. Korea now has a plane, which is quite exciting. That will help them defend themselves, should they need to. But yeah, pretty standard peace deal. Neither of them having the best time in the world. I think Korea are doing fine, but it's more, relative to who they're next to. Carthage, there it is. That is one of the big ones. Declaring war on Portugal. And there you go. The Netherlands' turn does happen. And they have a settler crossing the Atlantic as well. But they conquer Braga, which gives them southern France as well. And an Atlantic, well, not a first Atlantic city, but a first one that's a bit nearer to North America, right? These ones, they have to go all the way around the UK. It's a bit awkward. Amsterdam is at 30 population. That's huge. For a coastal city, they can just pump things out of there pretty much repeatedly. But yeah, this is pretty useful for them. Kick Portugal out of France, and we'll see. Carthage could definitely do some damage. Japan getting involved. What is this? The Battle of the Embarrassing Island Civs. who haven't done well this game. Not much of Japan left. I'm sure the Jar or Korea will take that out at some point. Great Britain's turn. They might have some more success as well, just through luck now in this war against Portugal. Just, city might be low and they might just stroll into it. But we'll see what goes down for them on that front. The Zulu just about getting by for a couple more turns. This is a pretty big city for someone to get. I don't know if any of these guys have a religion. Burundi do, and I think Ethiopia do as well. Rhodesia does not. But yeah, Burundi is, I don't think, at war with the Zulu, but if Ethiopia gets it, it would obviously really help with their religion, because they would get Mount Kilimanjaro, which is a pretty good wonder. They'll get some extra faith from that, etc. So it is fairly important the Jar now be Portugal. Everyone's getting involved. But that'll be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.